Hi, my name is Charlotte, and this is my page, Contorted and Confused. I cannot for the life of me do this the proper normal way. I am autistic and I don't do anything the proper normal way. So let's talk about why you're here. Introduction to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I was very recently diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is one of 14 subtypes of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It is the only one of those 14 subtypes that cannot be identified via genetic testing. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a defect in the collagen in your body. It's defective one or more types of collagen in your body, which means that it does affect every part of your body, not every type, every part of your body, because it's a connective tissue disease, and connective tissue, collagen, it's everywhere, it's in everything. You know, it's in your skin, your hair, it's in your veins, your arteries, your organs, everywhere. So after we get through this, we're going to be talking a whole lot about other things that come along with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. But Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, connective tissue disorder, defect of your collagen all over your body. Simple enough, right? It's basically the head of the beast. So, let's talk about it. What's EDS look like? EDS, not ED, not to be confused. But Ehlers-Danlos syndrome can be diagnosed clinically, and there are definitely symptoms you can identify yourself. Some of the really, really common symptoms are going to be velvety soft skin. If you've ever been told about how soft your skin is, or you're the type of person that's just never had to use lotion in your life. It's also characterized by things like thin skin as well. So you might be able to see your veins and things a bit more prominently. You might be able to see some blue coloring through your skin. Thin skin does also mean that you may bruise or get scratches and scrapes more easily. EDS also comes along with slow healing, so those scrapes and cuts tend to hang out for a lot longer than you think they should. Like that scratch on your leg totally should have been healed after a week, right? It also looks like recurrent joint dislocations. It is not really normal to consistently have like your shoulder pop out of place or anything like that, and you just pop it back in and go on about your day. This is also something you'll see in literature referred to as subluxing or subluxations. All means dislocating, that's all it means. Just, doctors use different words. Skin hyperextensibility. So it's thin, it's soft, it's also stretchy, because that's kind of the whole thing here. It's like, defect in collagen, extra stretchy. Hypermobility is also being like extra stretchy. Hypermobility obviously is tested because Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, defective connective tissue, doesn't hold your joints in as well. Most people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome are also going to be hypermobile in at least a few of their joints. The Baton scale is currently the most common and widely used test for this. It is not the most accurate because not everybody is hypermobile in the same joints, but it's a 9-point test, and I will actually add a diagram of that as well. And it'll test the hypermobility of different joints, starting with your thumbs and your wrists, your elbows, your knees, being able to bend over. There's definitely one I'm forgetting about right now, but the Baton scale is also very, very easy to look up. But again, I'll attach it. I probably can't do it at the end of the video because I'm very new to this, but I will definitely put it in the comments. So, yeah, there we go. That's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That is what it is at its core. That is a very, very simplified, dumbed down explanation. This obviously is not entirely complete, and we will be going over more and more with each video. But at its core, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This is what it is. And it's also something that, sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here so I don't miss anything. we hit everything except for what does it look like that it could be misdiagnosed as? Because before I got my Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis, I had a slew of them, and most of the people that I have met also have. So what does it look like out in the real world that might be more recognizable? Because it's not as it is right now. I personally was misdiagnosed with fibromyalgia, depression, seasonal affective disorder, anxiety disorder, panic attacks, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic vomiting syndrome, low gut motility, IBS, before I received my Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis. So if any of those things sound familiar to you, that might mean you're in the right place if you're watching this video. All right, that's where I'm going to end this. And next, we'll touch on one of the big three, because it's all a web. This is going to, well, we're going to talk about every symptom, everything. Obviously, it's going to be a whole lot. So, I'm glad to see you here so that you can learn more. I'm sorry if you relate to anything, because this is not the place to be, but I'm glad you're here, and I hope that you'll hang out and learn.